Art gives children books to take home with them from the reading program. Why is that important?
So studies say that children that have books in their home are more successful in school. They're learning all kinds of different concepts. They are learning it just helps them learn to read. It helps them reinforce the early literacy skills. So we try to teach the parents on ways that they can share the books with their children. They don't just have to read the words on the page. They can have the child retell the story. They can ask questions about what they think is going to happen in the story. We also send home usually like an art project. We teach them games and songs that pair with the book. So it's another way to reinforce the book. So they can bring the art project home and say, I made a snowflake because we read The Snowy Day today, and this is how I made the snowflake. And that can also reinforce other important school readiness skills like fine motor cutting and things like that.
Definitely. So books are expensive. We all know that. How do we continue to bring new books into these children's lives beyond the books that Art sends home with them?
So a couple different ways that we personally do that in our program. We get a lot of donations of gently used books, and we get some really, really great books that way. So we pass those along to our children when we get them. We put together little book packs, usually a couple times a year to do that. We also, if they're not familiar with the libraries, we introduce them to the libraries. A lot of our program, we have 2 programs that are actually in libraries. So we'll do a little field trip with the library where they'll get a library card and we'll show them how to pick out books and the section that the children's books are in and things like that. And then other programs are near libraries, and so we'll take the families to those. So when we do a field trip, it's with the parents and the child.
Fantastic. I remember when my son was little and we were reading a lot of books and I wasn't in a particularly financially good position, I'd also go to the used bookstores or the used book sales at the library and buy a whole bunch of children's books. You could fill a bag for $5, and it was amazing how many books we could bring home and just use those as basis of our library.
Definitely. And even in some of the locations where our classes are, there's kind of a give a book, take a book, bookshelf or two. And there's a lot of the free little libraries in the communities where these programs are too.
Fantastic.